I should have known something was up when my brother Marcus started being unusually helpful the night before my business trip to Chicago. Marcus, who normally wouldn't lift a finger to help anyone, suddenly appeared in my doorway offering to help me pack. The same brother who once put salt in my coffee for 3 straight weeks just to see how long it would take me to notice. "Need any help with that suitcase, bro?" he asked with that innocent smile that had gotten him out of trouble countless times throughout our childhood. I was folding my shirts methodically, the way I always did for business trips, when he casually strolled into my room. "I'm fine, thanks," I replied, not looking up. But Marcus lingered, hovering around my dresser like a vulture circling roadkill. Every few minutes, he'd make some comment about how organized I was, how impressed our parents would be with my professional approach to travel. It was so unlike him that alarm bells should have been ringing in my head. The next morning, I was running late for my flight. I grabbed my suitcase, kissed Mom goodbye, and rushed out the door. It wasn't until I was going through airport security that my world turned upside down. The TSA agent's face went from bored routine to serious concern as my suitcase went through the X-ray machine. "Sir, we need to inspect your bag," she said, pulling me aside. My heart started racing as she unzipped my perfectly organized suitcase. There, nestled between my dress shirts and ties, was a small plastic bag containing what looked like oregano but definitely wasn't meant for cooking. The interrogation room was cold and sterile. 2 agents sat across from me, their expressions stone-cold serious. They asked the same questions over and over. "Is this your bag? Did you pack it yourself? Has anyone else had access to it?" I kept insisting it wasn't mine, that someone must have planted it, but I could see the skepticism in their eyes. Who would believe such a convenient story? After what felt like hours, they finally released me with a stern warning and confiscated the substance for testing. I had missed my flight, lost an important business meeting, and nearly gotten arrested. The humiliation burned in my chest as I called my boss to explain why I wouldn't be making the Chicago presentation that could have secured my promotion. During the long drive home, my mind raced through the events of the previous night. Marcus's unusual helpfulness, the way he kept hanging around my room, his insistence on helping me organize my suitcase. The pieces clicked together like a puzzle I wished I'd never had to solve. My own brother had sabotaged me. And for what? Some twisted idea of a prank? I walked into our family home around dinner time, my blood boiling. Marcus was sitting at the kitchen table, casually eating Mom's meatloaf as if he hadn't just potentially ruined my career. When he saw me, his eyes widened with fake surprise. "Hey bro, how was Chicago?" "You're back early," he said, but I could see the guilt written all over his face. The slight twitch in his left eye, the way he couldn't quite meet my gaze, dead giveaways that he knew exactly why I was back. I didn't say anything. Not yet. I went upstairs, unpacked my suitcase, and waited. Patience had never been my strong suit, but Marcus had taught me a valuable lesson about the element of surprise. That night, after everyone had gone to bed, I crept into his room with a small package of my own. Marcus was a heavy sleeper, always had been. I carefully placed the item in his backpack, the one he took to college every day. It was a small baggie filled with crushed oregano and basil from Mom's spice rack, but from a distance, especially to someone who might be looking for trouble, it could be mistaken for something else entirely. The next morning, I made sure to mention to Mom that I thought I'd seen some unusual activity around the college campus lately, and how important it was for students to be careful about what they carried in their bags. Marcus shot me a look across the breakfast table, but I just smiled and sipped my coffee. I never found out exactly what happened when Marcus got to school that day, but when he came home that evening, he was pale and shaken. He pulled me aside and, in a voice barely above a whisper, apologized for what he'd done to my suitcase. He begged me never to pull something like that again. I never did. The lesson was learned, and Marcus never tried to sabotage me again. Sometimes, the best revenge is simply giving someone a taste of their own medicine.